An experiment at Centerback down in Mexico. Some news and notes for your Wednesday MLS action, and a new suitor for Clint Dempsey next on The Daily. Welcome to The Daily for Tuesday, August 14th with Simon Borg. I'm Jason Segini. We're going to start down in Mexico, where the U.S. national team continues preparation for their Wednesday matchup against the Mexican national team. And Simon, the biggest story coming out of Mexico seems to be the experimental center back pairing of Jeff Cameron and Maurice Edu.
And Jurgen Klinsmann hinted at this during his conference call with media on Sunday night. He said, "You're just going to have to wait and see," in response to a question, who is going to marshal this back line? Well, now we know. Maurice Edu going back there. And look, center back is slowly becoming the alarming position, the position of concern for U.S. fans. That even though your starters are not there, that you have to resort to two defensive midfielders to do this job, major concern.
Our own Greg Lawless is down in Mexico covering this game. Here's a report from him after practice yesterday at the Pumas training facility.
The U.S. national team just finished their second training session of the day here on Pumas' training ground. Basically, they went through some of the paces. They warmed up. They went through a little bit of scrimmaging. Looked like they started to settle into who might be in the starting 11 on one side and who will be on the reserves on the other side. Breck Shea got some time playing with what looked like the starters. He looked pretty good out on the left side for them. And, of course, several other MLSers making their first appearances really with the national team. Of course, Steven Beitashour from the San Jose Earthquakes and Matt Beasler from Sporting Kansas City also here going through the paces. Right now, it looks like the team is excited for the game. Obviously, they've never beaten Mexico here in Mexico City or at Azteca, and it is going to be a huge challenge. All the players said that coming off of the field about the challenge, the noise, the smog, the altitude, everything that goes into playing against Azteca. The game is on Wednesday night on ESPN2. Be sure to check that out. I'll be here in Mexico City through the game with all kinds of reports, so make sure you check out MLSsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the U.S.-Mexico match.
The U.S.-Mexico game isn't the only match on Wednesday night. There's MLS action as well. The Columbus Crew, one of those teams in action, Simon, and they will be without their new designated player, Federico Higuain, at least one more game.
The Crew were targeting this match against the Galaxy as the first appearance for their new DP, and he's not going to make it in time, are the reports coming out of Columbus. And so it looks like it's going to be Jairo Arrieta up top with Milovan Mirosevic right behind him, at least for this game. The Crew eager to get back on the field. It'll be the first match since the passing of Kirk Urso.
They hope to get Higuain back on the team for this weekend's matchup. Another player who won't be playing on Wednesday night looks like Jay DeMerit of the Vancouver Whitecaps, suffering a concussion in their last game. He'll be out Wednesday. Could be more, Simon.
The reports from Vancouver, Jason, say DeMerit watched practice on Monday from the stands. Teammates were asking him, "How you feeling?" He said, "Just dizziness, no headaches." A good sign. Martin Rennie confirmed the concussion that he received during the game over the weekend, but said that he's hopeful it's going to be a quick recovery, but that they're going to follow protocol. So still TBD for Jay DeMerit.
All right, new signing Andy O'Brien expected to fill in for DeMerit at center back. One more note that I'll mention, Ryan Mara back at practice for the New York Red Bulls. A little bit of glut at goalkeeper right now with Bill Gaudette playing well. And remember, they also picked up Luis Robles, a player who has seen some time with the U.S. national team. For a while now, it seemed like Clint Dempsey would be headed to Liverpool, but now there seems to be another suitor throwing their hat in the pot here.
Yeah, Jason, a surprise team. A report this morning in the Daily Mail in England saying that Everton, the other Merseyside club, is thinking about entering in the bidding for Clint Dempsey, who's currently not with Fulham. He's with their youth teams training. And so this would be a horizontal move. If Everton got into the mix here, to go from Fulham to Everton, they're looking for a Tim Cahill replacement, Cahill joining the Red Bulls. That wouldn't be a move, I think, that Dempsey is hoping for. He wants that Liverpool signing to happen.
All right, well, you can follow that story on MLSsoccer.com. Also on MLSsoccer.com, power rankings come out today. I know there's always plenty to debate when that happens. And also Extra Time Radio. You can get that on iTunes or Buzzsprout or at MLSsoccer.com/extra time. Simon, yesterday you guys had Stephen Lenhart on from the San Jose Earthquakes.
First time on the show, entertaining personality. Obviously, he's coming off the big game on the weekend. It was a fun conversation about surfing and then a lot of MLS. He says they are gunning for that supporter shield without a shadow of a doubt. He feels defenders are scared when it's him and Alan Gordon coming in. He's a very good friend of Alan Gordon. He talked about his call-up as well. So a lot of interesting things.
All right, that's all we have for the Daily today. We'll be back with plenty more tomorrow.